Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. State police at Frackville are looking for the driver that struck a teenager on a bicycle Wednesday near McAdoo. A 17-year-old was riding a bicycle at the intersection of Cedar and Grove Streets in Klein Township when a vehicle turned and hit the rear of the bicycle. The vehicle was described as a silver 4-door sedan, possibly a Lincoln, that fled northbound on Cedar Street. The teen was not injured during the incident, but State police at Frackville are asking anyone with information to call their station at 570-874-5300. Cougar basketball picked up a new head coach yesterday, just the third in its school history. Tim Barletta was unanimously appointed as Hazleton area's new head coach Thursday by the school board. Barletta has an extensive coaching background, including his most recent gig with the 9th grade boys. For the 14 seasons under his wing, 9th grade boys went 219-61, and many returning ballers this year were part of one of those 9th grade teams. The 55-year-old McCarthy Tire salesman played basketball and baseball for the former Hazleton High School before graduating in 1983. He's brothers with Hazleton area's athletic director Fred Barletta, who reportedly played no role in the hiring decision. Under former head coaches Bruce Leib and Mike Joseph, teams at the former and current high school won 20 league titles and 15 district championships over the past 35 years. Police in Luzerne County are on the lookout for 3 suspects caught on camera stealing flags from the front of Hanover Area High School. When staff arrived at the high school Thursday morning, they realized the American flag and the POW MIA flag were missing. The Hanover Township Police Department released a video on their Facebook of 3 people stealing the flags before 10 p.m. Wednesday. Police say the suspects took off on foot toward the Corncrest section of the township. If anyone has any information on the identities of the trio, they're being asked to call police at 570-825-1254. A Plains man learned of his sentence yesterday after being found guilty of setting fire to a government building back in 2017. 50-year-old Philip Flynn Jr. was accused of throwing 3 Molotov cocktails at Luzerne County Children and Youth's building in order to both harass and intimidate 2 county employees March 6th of 2017. He was sentenced to serve 10 years in prison, followed by 3 years supervised release. He was also ordered to pay over $398,000 in restitution for both fire and water damage that was done to the building. State police at Schuylkill Haven charged a Colpmont man with drug possession. 46-year-old Chad Little was stopped by police July 3rd in Pottsville near the intersection of Claude A. Lord Boulevard and Stein Street. Upon investigation, police found him to be in possession of meth, ecstasy, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia. Volunteers are taking to the streets of Wilkes-Barre this weekend to clean up a former train station. The Wilkes-Barre Citizens Blight Committee will be on site tomorrow to clean up the former Central Railroad of New Jersey train station on Wilkes-Barre Boulevard. The group plans to clean up the historic station before its planned renovations take place. Over a dozen volunteers are expected to meet up tomorrow morning to start the project. The committee's participated in numerous cleanups in the Wilkes-Barre area, including at illegal dumping sites and for litter along roadways. It's time to get thrifty at Emmanuel Christian School's newly expanded shop. WYLN's Phil Kaufman stopped by their grand opening and has more on their latest bargains.
For over 20 years, the ICS thrift store shared its space with the students of Emmanuel Christian School. Last fall, the K-12 school moved to its new location downtown, and the thrift store was given the opportunity to expand. Today, the ribbon was cut to celebrate that expansion.
Here at Emmanuel Christian's School, their store today. And what's so exciting about this is a store that not only is a retail store, but the proceeds from this store benefit Emmanuel Christian School right here in our city.
Net proceeds from the ICS thrift store support the scholarship fund for students who might not otherwise be able to attend Emmanuel Christian School.
We are very excited about the ribbon cutting. We're very excited to see God do what He has done in the last couple years with our school and move us forward, and now moving the thrift store forward as well. We're a nonprofit organization, and we only do what we do because of the generosity of donors in the community, and also because of all the hard work of this thrift store team. So the fact that we've had the opportunity to expand and be a blessing to the city and offer more scholarship support to students through the store's proceeds is just fantastic.
The store had temporarily closed this spring due to COVID-19 and reopened on May 29th. Since the reopening, donations have been pouring in and the store reached a record month of sales.
In the fall of last year, it was exciting. The school was able to move to their new location, which allowed the store the opportunity to be able to expand through the entire first floor. So we were able to just put new stuff, new product, expand each department, and to be able to use that whole area. So it's been very exciting over the last couple of months, and we just finished that. During COVID, we were able to finish our last area and added an additional room. So it's been very exciting.
The ICS thrift store's summer hours are Monday to Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Acceptable donations can be found at www.icshazelton.org/ics-thrift-store. More information on the thrift store and its promotional sales can be found on their Facebook and Instagram pages.
We're just excited to be able to share this with the community, letting more people know that we're here, and letting them know that we're right on Locust Street. They can come and stop by and go shopping or drop off their donations, and so we're happy to be able to celebrate with our community.
Reporting at the ICS thrift store in Hazleton with Wyln News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Looks like a ton to check out. Thank you, Phil. Now, wearing a mask is a simple practice to protect both yourself and others you come in contact with, especially when out in public. Our Julie Stefanovic has more.
Though all counties throughout the state are currently in the green phase, which means that restrictions are eased, don't let your guard down. Wear a mask to protect yourself and others, especially the businesses that have provided essential needs during the pandemic.
Opening up Pennsylvania is what we want, right? But to do that and to make sure that that continues, we've got to take the precautions of masking and social distancing. So when you're in the farmer's market, be responsible for your own mask, but protect those around you. It protects the vendor. It protects, the folks who are also taking part of this of the market. It's the right thing to do. It's protect yourself, protect the community.
Reading refers to the mask as a license to travel and be mobile. When entering a business, both customers and employees should abide by the guidelines.
When you're going into these businesses and you're frequenting these businesses, think about yourself, think about the employees, think about the employers, the business owners, think about the public in general. You need to wear your mask, please. That's the way to keep people safe.
They may be awkward and at times uncomfortable, especially in the heat, but the bottom line is, masks help stop the transmission of the virus, especially in public places.
That is the single thing that all of our health officials are saying we need to do. The governor has said we need to do this. The health secretary said we need to do this. And it is the one thing that can help people be safe.
Also, all businesses with in-person operations should follow building and business safety guidelines issued by the Pennsylvania Secretary of Health and Centers for Disease Control in order to keep the public safe. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovic.
Thank you, Julie. Coming up on Wyln News, the latest eviction protection during the pandemic, plus details on this year's Big Ten schedule. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Lorelai, and I'm 7 years old, and tomorrow it's going great.
Hey everyone, story time again. husband and a wife moved into a new neighborhood, and as they were sitting down eating breakfast one morning, the wife looked out and said, "Oh honey, look at our neighbor. She's hanging her laundry. It's so dirty. Somebody should really teach her how to do her laundry correctly." The husband remained silent. Over the next month, every time the young lady would come out and do her laundry and hang it, the wife would say the same thing. "That laundry is so dirty. Somebody should really teach her how to do her laundry correctly." Until one morning, as they were eating breakfast, the wife surprisingly said, "Honey, look, the neighbor's out hanging her laundry again, and it's so clean. It looks great. Somebody must have showed her how to do her laundry correctly." The husband just smiled and said, "Actually, I woke up early this morning and I cleaned our windows." So you see, folks, it's not always what we see, but the purity of the windows we're looking out that matters.
Looking for information on the coronavirus pandemic? Make sure it's from a reliable source. Go to WYLNTV.com and click on the Lehigh Valley Health Network banner for the real facts about the coronavirus pandemic. And watch WYLN News live at 5:30 for updates on this ongoing crisis. The source matters now more than ever. WYLN, we're your local network.
Beaver Meadows disaster declaration was extended another 90 days by Borough Council. Council voted Monday night to extend it to September 25th, out of its necessity when it comes to applying for any funding that stems from the pandemic. The disaster declaration allows for hiring temporary workers, equipment rental, and the purchase of supplies and materials. It also allows for any contracts or agreements for the performance of public works required to meet the emergency. A new executive order was signed yesterday that'll protect Pennsylvanians from eviction and foreclosures during the pandemic. Since the original one expired today, Governor Tom Wolf signed the new order yesterday to protect homeowners and renters from eviction or foreclosure until August 31st. This benefits those who haven't received assistance from the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency or not already receiving relief through federal foreclosure moratorium programs or judicial orders. Lenders and property owners receiving funds through the PHFA program agree to not pursue foreclosure or eviction actions. Details and applications for both renters and homeowners can be found at phfa.org. Fire, rescue, and EMS companies negatively impacted by COVID-19 got $50 million in grant support. State Fire Commissioner Bruce Trigo announced the Office of State Fire Commissioner recently opened up registration back on July 6th for state grants. $44 million of that direct financial relief will go to fire and rescue companies, while the remaining $6 million will go to emergency medical service companies for operational and equipment expenses. Registration ends on August 7th at 4 p.m. Details can be found online at osfc.pa.gov. The Big Ten Conference announced that all fall sports will make the move toward conference-only scheduling. Big Ten released a statement on their decision Thursday, saying by limiting competition to other Big Ten institutions, it'll have the greatest flexibility to adjust season operations and make quick, real-time decisions based on both the most current evolving medical advice and fluid nature of the pandemic. Big Ten also announced that student athletes who chose not to participate in intercollegiate athletics this summer and/or during the upcoming academic year due to the coronavirus will still have their scholarship honored and remain in good standing with their team. The big move toward conference-only scheduling affects football, field hockey, cross country, soccer, and women's volleyball. Coming up on Shenandoah's News Choice, your week in review, plus your Luzerne County SPCA Pets of the Week. Stay with us.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information.
From the bottom of our hearts, the WYLN TV 35 family would like to say thank you to all essential workers for your service to our community and for keeping us safe.
Monday. The city of Hazleton was treated to a 4th of July celebration this past Friday, and all that were willing and able came out to see the fireworks display at City View Park. Both public safety and health were key factors in planning the annual event, even when it came to where the fireworks would be lit and launched from. Plenty of hand sanitizing stations were on hand for the public that came out, and tables were placed in a manner that allowed for social distancing. Gates opened at 4 to the community, where more than a dozen food trucks and games for children were all lined up. Local live entertainment included students of the DeMelfi School of Music, Vanessa Vicoso, and Cartoon. The city police department's Drop the Drugs van was also parked to collect expired and unused pills and medication. The community even had the option of parking their vehicles to watch the display that kicked off just before 10. Hazleton Public Transit also provided bus service to and from City View Park, so the entire community could celebrate our country's independence. Tuesday. A man with an alleged history of mental illness was deemed incompetent to stand trial after being accused of stabbing his nephew. 59-year-old Milton Clark allegedly killed his nephew, Therese Rahan Previllen, back in April of 2019. Previllen was trying to protect his mother when she noticed Clark peeping on her while she was bathing. Clark allegedly stabbed his nephew in the heart. Luzerne County Judge Joseph Sklarowski deemed Clark incompetent to stand trial last week and ordered him to be committed in hopes of restoring competency for a period of 60 days. Clark faces a criminal homicide charge and has sat behind bars since his arrest. Wednesday. 2 bodies were recovered by rescue crews Tuesday night from the Susquehanna River. 17-year-old Devin Nicewich and 15-year-old Jerry Ramondi Jr. were playing in the river near Plymouth before they went under. Both boys were high school students at Wyoming Valley West. Boat crews were called in shortly before 5 p.m. Tuesday for a possible drowning. They searched for nearly 5 hours before recovering one of the bodies around 10 that night, and the other just 10 minutes later, about 30 feet from shore. Onlookers claim one of the boys wasn't a good swimmer, and the other was just trying to help him. A vigil was held Wednesday night where friends and family gathered to mourn the loss. Grief counselors were also available at the school for both students and faculty, and funds were set up to help pay for funeral expenses. Faith Baptist Church set up an account with the First Keystone Community Bank branch, but people can also donate on GoFundMe. Autopsies revealed that both boys died from accidental drowning as the investigation continues. Thursday. A Luzerne County man was arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting a teenager over 4th of July weekend. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department received a report that 44-year-old Robert Richard Tomko, who sometimes went by the name Ruth, allegedly sexually assaulted a 14-year-old over the holiday weekend. Undercover officers then posed as the victim and received explicit texts from Tomko, where he allegedly proclaimed his love for the teen. Friday. State police at Frackville are looking for the driver that struck a teenager on a bicycle Wednesday near McAdoo. A 17-year-old was riding a bicycle at the intersection of Cedar and Grove Streets in Klein Township when a vehicle turned and hit the rear of the bicycle. The vehicle was described as a silver four-door sedan, possibly a Lincoln, that fled northbound on Cedar Street. The teen was not injured during the incident, but state police at Frackville are asking anyone with information to call their station at 570-874-5300. That's it for your week in review here on WYLN News.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we'll be featuring on our show, Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo and his co-host, Alan Giannetti, welcome you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good food. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.
If you've been thinking about adopting a pet, well, there's no time like the present. Luzerne County SPCA's got more furry friends for you to check out this week. Meet Bear. He's an adult shepherd mix who was recently surrendered when his previous owners had to move. He's playful, social, and used to cats too, since he lived with 6 of them. And last but not least, we have Suki. She's just a 1-year-old pretty girl with a wonderful demeanor and sweet as pie. Contact the Luzerne County SPCA at 570-825-4111 and bring a new best friend into your life. Tonight's Rockin' the County in Wilkes-Barre was postponed. But don't worry, it's only because of the weather right now. The county committee made the difficult decision to cancel, but is in discussions about the possibility of rescheduling the event for another date in August. The rest of the series concerts are set to continue as planned. Next stop, Hazleton, on Friday, July 17th. A local music venue came up with a creative way to give music lovers' ears what they want to hear. Penns Peak and Jim Thorpe began a new social listening series, which features local artists while social distancing. It'll be limited to a 250-person audience inside the concert hall that's required to wear masks throughout the venue unless they're seated. The free and live entertainment takes place Fridays and Saturdays from 6:30 to 9 p.m. The venue also released a list of shows that faced a pandemic rescheduling. More info and a complete list of performers for the new social listening series can be found at pennspeak.com. That's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or WYLNTV.com, where you can also find LVHN's Real Facts About COVID-19. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
Thank you.